America's homeless are paying the price of the faltering economy, with many government programs facing the axe. Nowhere is the problem more evident than in the capital, which has one of the largest homeless populations in the US. Washington correspondent Lisa Miller reports.
It's one of America's most popular tourist destinations, but just blocks from the White House, Washington's homeless are settling in for the day.
I got a couple of suitcases up in here, okay? Right up in here, that's a suitcase.
Do you carry this around with you everywhere?
Pretty much.
Raphael Ballard has lived on the streets of DC for 15 years.
Stuff like that. One of the things I need to do is go to the laundry. That costs money.
In any given year, 16,000 people are homeless in the nation's capital. Will Myers used to be one of them.
A lot of people are just a paycheck away from being homeless, and especially in a place where the average apartment here is $1,200 to $1,500 a month for a one-bedroom apartment.
Sometimes it's mentally does a job on your head. You might have the best of intentions, but out here it gets to you.
It's a stark contrast for the summer tourists like the Trembaths from Adelaide.
A lot of these people would say, I live opposite the White House, and they live in a park on park benches. It's quite confronting.
But it's not just foreigners shocked by the inequality in the nation's capital.
It's becoming epidemic, it's everywhere, but you just don't expect to see it out in the middle, in front of the monuments and that sort of thing.
Governments in the US are facing tough decisions. With the economy still weak and their budgets in the red, many are considering slashing programs that could end up forcing more people onto the streets.
And lobby groups worry Americans are suffering from compassion fatigue.
We need to make sure that we remain committed both financially and as human beings to the whole notion that homelessness must be eradicated.
But even on the nation's doorstep, that goal seems out of reach. Lisa Miller, ABC News, Washington.